And welcome back, guys, to the Geekheads podcast. My name is Crossroads. Here is Knifeby, and
What's up?
today, we are talking about the future of Star Wars, or the close future,
Yep.
2022 and 2023. Well, everything here today is based on the Star Wars celebration that was last weekend.
Yeah.
So-
And you have been following it much more, so I'm gonna let you kinda go
Lead
through
the
the
way.
stuff, and then I'm just gonna, give my opinions on it. I probably haven't heard half of the stuff that's been going on, so we'll see.
Well, there's not anything crazy. Few new publishers and a few surprises for this year. Also, there's one kind of
Okay.
surprise for fans that love Star Wars animation
Okay, that's cool.
side. So yeah, I think the major headline still left this year after Kenobi is Andor, and I think we are going to start with that. And the latest information that we have is that Andor will premiere on August 31st, so the last day of August.
Okay.
And apparently, they released a teaser trailer for Andor, which we haven't made a reaction to because we are not in that fast reaction, video game. Sometimes we try to, but that's really rough. But yeah, there's not really new information about Andor, except the first season is gonna be 12 episodes, which is the longest live action series to date. And also there is talks about the second part being in the works with another 12 episodes. So
all right.
There's few nice things in the teaser. We're gonna see the backgrounds of the rebellion, starting, and the series gonna be placed 5 years prior to Rogue One. So 5 years before.
That's kind of the time. Kind of the time that Disney seems to be super interested in or wants to have content during that between prequel and original trilogy. Looks like kind of be the safe zone for them. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, clearly now with Kenobi coming out, and then there's the Filoniverse safe zone after Episode 6. So there's based on the trailer, we're gonna see Imperial Senate. There's gonna be Mon Mothma, and I think there's gonna be some type of cameo also from the Emperor running the Senate still. Because like we are seeing in the Kenobi, the Imperial Senate still is a thing, kinda before Episode 4. Because around Episode 4, it really isn't anymore a thing. It's just Palpatine empiring all of them, and then there's Death Star really giving the fingers to the Senate, just like you can rule all of this. But I think it's gonna be a spy series, like James Bond style of things, and there's a lot of writers and producers from different spy series, like Mission Impossible, Jason Bourne,
Okay.
007 type of series. So I think it seems really good. To be honest.
Yeah, and they clearly think themselves that it's gonna be success because since they put so much behind it already before the first season already, it's saying okay, there's gonna be a lot of seasons and it's gonna be this long thing, and they clearly think that it's gonna work out well. So
and that's coming out. Yeah, that's coming out in 3 months.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenobi finishes inside a month. Today is Wednesday, so it's the third episode came out today, and or it's Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Doesn't really. I don't know. Stuff is what it is. But I think we can talk about Andor later after Andor finishes and stuff. So let's talk about the next actual surprise that came out of Celebration, which is Star Wars: The Tales of the Jedi, which is now surprise for Star Wars animation lovers, because it's a series from Filoni, so everything good.
All right, sounds good.
So yeah, sounds good at start, and it's a animated anthology series and spotlighting stories of various Jedis across the prequel era. And we have confirmed episodes devoted to Mace Windu, Count Dooku, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Ahsoka, of course. Well, Dave, you know.
Oh man, that sounds super interesting.
Yeah, and we have already confirmed of Liam Neeson coming to revoice Qui-Gon Jinn in the series. Well,
nice.
It isn't first time for him to show up, Star Wars animation to voice himself, but it's a really nice touch that even if this being Disney Plus, series, not like animation, what is it? Network, what the hell was it called? Where the Clone Wars was before Disney came along. So it's like
I don't remember.
Like the previous series were a TV series, so kinda it made more sense. But now it's even if it's animation series coming to Disney Plus, it's nice to see that. Well, we have Liam Neeson still coming in to voice himself. It's great.
Yeah.
And there was no leaks about it. There was nothing about this series coming out. I mean, because all the talks because all the talk has been on Bad Batch season 2. And and everybody was wondering why is that getting pushed back, Well, there was one animation series coming before it, so sure.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it, so comes as a full surprise. It sounds super. I feel like I haven't been as interested in Star Wars animation since Clone Wars. But honestly, this is something that I feel more interested in than anything else, like Visions or Bad Batch.
Yeah.
And one Jedi that comes to mind that I really want to see an episode on would be Plo Koon.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's just, I always like that character. I think he seems just such a cool Jedi that would be cool to see his backstory or something. I don't know if it's about backstory, if it's around prequel movies, or I don't know.
It's just around the era, so there is, it's more on the background on the characters, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to tell the story.
I guess it would be weird to kind of retell the stories of the Clone Wars, so if it would be more like the backstory of them would be much better.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And I guess it's more of the background, not just the flashy stuff like in Clone Wars. It's just like, okay, Geonosis arc, Crystal Crisis or something, Christoph arc, just Ambara, something like
Exactly.
So there was some released leaked footage from Celebration where they showed the trailer or teaser for this, and there was a teaser from the Ahsoka episode, which was just showing background of Anakin training Ahsoka in the Jedi Temple and Obi-Wan being around. There check out, and then there was some footage also from the Count Dooku episode of him being somewhere doing something. So it's just Dooku being a Jedi, not being the Sith himself.
That would be super
so I guess it might evolve to that part, on the later.
Yeah, maybe it will be the story of why he turned.
Yeah, exactly. Some background, some extra additional content, which seems really cool, I think.
Yeah, I love that.
And that's still coming fall of 2020, so this year.
Okay.
Yeah. And talking about more animation that has been confusing, why we haven't heard about this series was probably Bad Batch Season 2, which nobody has really... Well, everybody was talking about it like it was supposed to kind of come early, like last year, around April, maybe May. And there's no talks about it yet. There's now the official trailer released during Celebration. So I guess that's coming also somewhere this year, because I mean there's gonna be 3 series. I don't think they will have I don't think they will come out at the same time, but they might. Like Friday, Wednesday release schedule, but they have to also fit the Marvel release schedule somehow, which is really stuff. I mean, Bad Batch the season 1 was Clone Wars season 7 looked good, but they had to bring up the whole animation line back from 2000 and what the Clone Wars style, so from 2014 basically, because they had went to Rebels and then Resistance series, but which Resistance is bullshit. But coming back to Clone Wars animation to season 7, then continuing advance that to Bad Batch, the first season, which is actually kind of great for clone lovers who love just clone characters and Star Wars side characters along Clone Wars. But now season 2 coming out, I think it's even more clone focused.
Okay.
Well, of course it's clones, but I think the trailer had Captain Rex showing up and a few other clones from the first season that made a cameo. So I think Bad Batch looks really good based on the trailer. And so does Tales of the Jedi, which is also on the Clone Wars animation style, or the newer animation style. So yeah, they look great. I mean, you have some. Well, I don't think you have seen even the first season, so.
Yeah, I haven't seen the first season, so I can't really tell much about Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Maybe I should watch that. Maybe I'm gonna watch that at some point, but maybe I'm gonna do reaction series of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could. There's some filler bullshit episodes that have nothing to do with anything, but.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's a lot of good stuff in there, like a lot of lore stuff that. Well, it doesn't fit in the main storyline, but that fits really well as addition to existing content. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sounds interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, we're so far from being done with this, because this was this year. Now we're going next year with 2023, and I think 2023 is gonna be starting with the Mandalorian season 3.
I just gotta say, it still feels weird to say 2023 will be the next year.
Yeah, the next year.
I'm still in like 2021, 2020 maybe.
Yeah, 2019 is the next year. Yeah.
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 Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, 2023, and this third season is set to premiere on February. So not on January. I have to wait a bit longer. Because maybe one of the series currently, like Andor or something, maybe, goes over the Christmas,
Yeah.
Might be lengthy one. Or one of the animation series here, which don't have release dates yet, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So, that, I mean, yeah. There was also leaked footage from the trailer shown in, or there was actually 2 trailers shown in Celebration, and they look good. And yeah, well, it's gonna be Dean helping Bo-Katan basically on Mandalore, and going forwards. And also there's been a report that there might be 4th season also on pre-production already. So 2024 maybe. So maybe they couldn't fit everything on the next season, which also is gonna be 8 episodes like the previous season. So.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna end up with a 24 series episode, like season one long as season long episode.
Yeah.
Or a series of Mando. I mean, Mando is just yeah.
No, I feel like Mando is something that they could do. Honestly, as many seasons as just people seems to be interested in it. Obviously, they need to have like some type of idea on how it's gonna go forward, but and not like push it or force it to be longer than it should be. But at the same time, they have like limitless opportunity on where they want the story to go, really. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't even limit themselves too much. Like they could easily have, I don't know, 5 seasons, 6 seasons. Maybe not that many, but
if you only have the story to tell, but live action is live action, so it's quite
also
limiting.
Like the actors that they have, there's gonna be some limit that how long they wanna stay in it. They're not like sitcom actors. I especially with Pedro Pascal, I think it's gonna be kind of expensive to keep him longer than 5 seasons, maybe. But
yeah, and yeah, exactly. And I was thinking about like, what the hell happened in season 2? I was only thinking about Book of Boba Fett scenes, which came out this year, being the Mando 2.5, the semi-season. I just was thinking, Luke and Ahsoka scene, and then Mando helping, and then Grogu coming back. I was like, what the hell? And then him getting the Starfighter from... That's in Boba Fett. That isn't in Mando season 2. That's in Boba Fett. Just remember. Because then I just suddenly remembered the fucking Luke Skywalker appearing was the end of season 2 of Mando.
Yeah, exactly.
So that seems so long time ago now, thinking back. I just remember that season 2 of Mando could have been something, but that was Boba Fett from this year. That's crazy, man. There's so many stuff that they could do on the season 3.
Yeah.
But there's... Yeah, if you have some comments. No, you can, I was about to transition to the next one if you...
Yeah, you can transition to the next. I don't think I have anything more than to say. I'm just excited to see, or can't wait for Mando to continue.
Yeah,
that's all.
But I think maybe more hyped series for next year, which just rolled into production like 2 weeks ago, is the Ahsoka series, which many people are saying that's going to be next year's Kenobi, like the most waited thing.
Probably will, yeah.
Yeah, and we got also casting for confirmed, at least I think this was the first time confirming the actor for Sabine in the series.
Okay.
Who is going to get played by Natasha Liu Bordiso. She was also in the celebration with Ahsoka's actor, which I remember name I always forget for some reason. Rosario Dawson, yes, of course.
Yeah.
That's because there's two names for like two actors names for the same character. It gets a bit confusing. Ashley Eckstein being the voice actor for Ahsoka in the every animated series things. So Ahsoka is gonna be the first live action adventure for the actual characters. So not covering, just headlining show. And of course, continuing the story that Star Wars Rebels left open, the animation show. If somebody hasn't seen, then you might be lost. Of course,
I was just googling about the Sabine Vernon. I feel like that's a pretty good casting in my opinion.
You think? Yeah, I think many fans have agreed that that's really, really good casting.
Yeah, I'm not disappointed. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I only hope that the two other major characters who could get fucked up by casting and majorly disrupt the series is the other two, not main characters, but I think Sabine and Ahsoka are the main, but the featuring like side characters that are the main key of the story are Ezra Bridger and and Grand Admiral Thrawn, who got sent to the unknown reaches of the galaxy. And the end of
I feel like for
Rebels.
some reason I trust them to cast Ezra pretty well, but for some reason I'm kind of scared with Thrawn because I feel like the track record with casting, villains hasn't been the best always. So I don't know.
Yeah, this record lately hasn't been really well on the casting side. I mean, you have the money, just ask the perfect one. I mean, you have the voice of Thrawn who looks like the Thrawn. Just have him, to just come in. We just really need.
Or have a Benedict Cumberbatch come in to play Thrawn. Yeah, I don't mind that either.
I mean, I think Benedict Cumberbatch actually commented on that one. He said, "I'm not gonna get painted blue for some series."
Okay.
So. Yeah. I mean, he's already Khan in Star Trek, so playing Thrawn in Star Wars will be even more confusing because the names kind of sound similar, I think.
Yeah.
In side series, and also Khan being evil really brilliant, character in that one, like engineering, super brain talent man. So
I don't think Benedict will beat Throne, but I mean, still he kind of would look the part at least, and
he
he
would
definitely can act.
He
So
really
he will be amazing for it. But I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, there might be just the series might be just there's theories that because Throne is a Chiss and the Chiss people where they live in the Chiss ascendancy, that's in the unknown regions of the galaxy.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's theories that they just Ezra just hyperlaned with the whales them directly to Thrawn's people, and then Thrawn is gonna show Ezra that he's actually not bad. He has just reasons why he's on the Empire's side. Of course, he's a military leader guy. So
he's kind of bad still. He's pretty cruel guy. So no.
Yeah, well, Thrawn's tactics are really questionable, at least in Rebels, and he's really downplayed on Rebels based. But of course, the Thrawn in the extended universe version is much more evil.
Yeah.
Compared to the canon version of Thrawn on the book series and the other book series and Rebels, he's much more friendly, actual type of guy. He just does everything to get stuff done. Basically. He just needs to do things and he just does them. Effectively, which might seem just evil because he's so freaking brilliant guy. Yeah,
but he's kind of like he doesn't really, he knows what kind of things he does and orders people to do, so he doesn't really that much care about other people, to be honest. But
I mean, it's like on the books and stuff. Thrawn really cares about his people and his crew and who work for him, But of course, he has pledged himself directly to the Emperor to serve Empire. So of course he does everything on Empire's advance.
Yeah.
Of course he's destructive against Rebels. Then of course there might be some. I really hope that they don't really make Thrawn real evil guy, because he really isn't, bad Darth Vader or Tarkin bad.
He's not like that. He's just more like, I don't know, like he wants to get what is asked for him. He gets it done. He doesn't really like go and think about what happens to civilians or bystanders, people, regular people. He just wants to do his thing or what is asked from him. So he's not like Vader, but he definitely isn't like a good guy either.
Yeah. But moving on, I guess, back to animation, and we had a reaction to this fairly recently, and which got confirmed, and us talking about the speculation is that Star Wars Visions will be back for season 2 next year.
Okay.
On the summer of, in early 2023. Yeah. So, anime-centric vibe.
Continue the stories they started with in the first season.
Yeah. Apparently, this time they have animation houses from United Kingdom, Japan, Chile, Spain, Ireland, and South Africa. So.
Okay.
So I think they're going with the anime vibe, but they now advancing it from different continents to have different takes on Star Wars in animation style.
So it's not all pure anime. Like, I know a lot of anime people are like, if it's not from Japan, it's not anime. So it's not gonna all be like pure Japanese anime, but it's still gonna be like the same style. So, or similar style, close to it at least. So yeah, I think that sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. If about the last article about Thrawn, if somebody wants to know what the voice actor looks like, his name is Lars Mikkelsen. Just go Google that out. He does look like what Thrawn looks like. But there is rumors of him not being cast as Thrawn, so which is just fucking bullshit. But Visions. it's great. I mean, there's shit episodes in the first season. There's great episodes in the first season.
Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much the only thing I guess gonna say. I just wish they will continue the stories and not have like completely new stories. But if it's like different studios, then yeah, it kind of looks like that's gonna have completely new stories again. But it's just kind of I don't know. I can't really care about the stories too much because I don't really know the characters, and it's kind of like just 20 minutes of something and then it's done. I can't get
I really
invested
hope.
at all.
Yeah, I really hope that they give some of the last studios, time to do part 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Jedi from Village Pride and then Ronan from the Duel episode, which two stories that I would actually like to maybe see continue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and there's also episode of 9th Jedi, which we haven't reacted to, but that story also good.
Yeah.
Have a nice second part. But do we have comments about this, or do we?
Yeah, nothing else. It's just I just hope that they will continue stories and not just completely new.
Yeah.
Completely new stories because I just can't get invested in 20 minutes to something. I wish they will continue those. But that's pretty much all my thoughts for Visions.
Yeah. And we got teaser for a new series also during celebration, which is Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Sounds a bit sketchy. I think maybe they should work on the name a bit more.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But
like some children pirate story, like Skeleton Pirate Crew.
well,
kids version, anime version of, or not anime, but animation version of Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one with like Curse of the Black Pearl and like pirates. I don't know.
Well, you are not not far off actually. Because what Skeleton Crew basically means is just the Skeleton Crew is the crew needed to run a ship on minimalist crew basically.
Okay.
It also can be referred as Skeleton Crew. So.
All right. Okay, that makes sense.
But the Skeleton Crew series will follow a group of 10-year-old kids from a small planet who get lost in a galaxy far, far away and must try to find their way home. And this story will take place after Return of the Jedi. So in the Filoniverse timeline, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I think
I don't really. I'm not gonna really. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really enjoying this.
Yeah, there was.
Doesn't sound great.
There was a leaks last year or early this year about Star Wars series featuring a lot of kids, which was I think code name Codebreakers or something.
Okay.
I think because there was castings for youngest 7-year-old and 14 to 16-year-olds and 12-year-olds. Child actors. And I think there's also like a adult headline, also like key actor on the series. I don't have it open. What is it about? I think. Yeah,
I don't know. It doesn't sound that great.
Yeah,
to be honest, like having
it doesn't sound that great.
Yeah, having like 10-year-olds in a space. Going some adventure. It sounds like kids thing.
It's created by Spider-Man No Way Home, John Watts and Christopher Ford, featuring also co-made with Favreau and Filoni. So I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, the working title was Grandma Rodeo actually here. So yeah,
that sounds super weird. I don't know where they come up with this idea. I have no idea.
I think the title. I think the title needs work on, man.
But the whole idea of like 10-year-olds going around in space adventuring. It just sounds so weird. It just sounds like I would have never come up with anything like that.
I mean,
and I'm pretty sure it just sounds like it's marketed for kids more than adults, which is fine, but it's not interesting to me.
I mean, the main Star Wars has been about politics and war and things surrounding that. Yeah. So if we title a series as Skeleton Crew, which sounds like a book name, maybe, because we have good books with actual, Star Wars sounding names, but Skeleton Crew really doesn't sound like a Star Wars title, especially for canon series. Should be something else. It really should be something else.
It sounds like a fantasy pirates story more than Star Wars, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like kids' pirates show. Pirates of the Caribbean, but for 7-year-olds or something. It's like made even a bit more kid friendly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stuff is what it is. But there was 2 more announcements that I can remember. One of them was the sequel for the Jedi Fallen Order, and the sequel is called Jedi Survivor, and that is gonna be, with first trailer dropped, of course, or teaser type of thing. Okay. That's gonna come out in 2023, if I'm not wrong. And of course, we will have Cal Kestis, back with his mission to escape and hide from the Empire, from the Inquisitors, and I'm maybe Vader also in that one, because Vader appeared in the first one. He got his ass kicked. Well, not ass. He just whooped everybody, but he didn't win the fight. He didn't capture Cal Kestis in that one, and he managed to escape from Fort Inquisitorius, which we see also in Kenobi, the underwater place. He managed to escape Vader in there. So I think Vader might have also some agenda against him, and and Cal managed to wreck few of the Inquisitors in the game, which we also see. We see a lot of the remaining Inquisitors in Rebels and in Kenobi show now. So So if you figure why is there only few of them left there, I mean, bunch of them are hunting Jedi, but few of them got fucked by Cal in the first game. So I mean, you haven't played the game, if I remember correctly. No. I played it once. I mean, there's sort of good story in that one, but it's really, one of those button smashing games, basically. Just kick everybody's ass, basically, and then it's platformer. So
yeah, but I might play it at some point. I don't know. I wasn't too hyped about it when it came out.
Yeah, me neither.
Apparently, it was much better than I thought it would be, and then I just never got to buying it. But if I can see it or get it cheap somewhere, I'm probably gonna play it at some point. But I'm not really the type of gamer who needs to play games when they first came out. Yeah. I can easily just wait for a couple of years and then play it when it's cheaper.
And the game is in EA. It's EA game, so EA Play Pass is a thing, which costs
EA, so
yeah, but man, that costs $3.99 a month, and you can just play the game. And I don't have to pay the money to,
Yeah, that's true.
Except if you really want to support the creators, but we won't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you can support us, us as the creators, and subscribe and like.
Yeah, just do it right now before the last article, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, there's only one more news, which is actually maybe more, exciting to us than maybe the people over at the US fans, but more on the European fans, which is the Star Wars celebration coming 2023 next year is in Europe, and it's in London. in April next year, and next year is also the celebration year of the Return of the Jedi. So it's the 45th, 40 something,
Okay.
Something 0 or 5, starting birth year. Also, I think that's gonna be Clone Wars 15th. Yeah.
40th, I think.
40th.
40th. I feel like 83 is actually Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, so it might be 40th, celebration of Return of the Jedi. Cool. And it also, if I'm not wrong, it's the 15th of the Clone Wars. So think about the panels around that. So there's, I think Mark Hamill has to come to the panel, and then of course Mando comes out. So Ahsoka comes out. Ahsoka panel, Mando panel, Clone Wars panel, a panel after panel, and Dave Filoni is just sitting through everything. He's just
wooden panel,
wooden panel,
floor panels,
Yeah, it's gonna be it's just gonna be Dave Filoni sitting on the same seat for 4 days straight. It's gonna be so we're doing this series now. Okay, well here is this, and then there's gonna be the new releases panels also. So it's I think we have to go.
Panels. We have to go. Yeah, definitely. Unless it's like way too expensive, but
the US 4-day ticket was $195. But if you want to get the exclusive access to all the panels, so you don't have to wait in line, kinda ish thing, and maybe get in, because of course the main important panels are really wanted things. So that's gonna be like 600 if I'm not wrong, or 700. But I don't know. If you really want to get into everything, 600, 700, 800 maybe.
The problem is always like it's like $600, and then most of it, the important stuff especially, will get leaked anyways. So it's always kind of like a issue with that.
It's like, do you just want to see the things, or do you just want to experience it live? Do you actually want to see the trailers and footage and everything live, or do you just want to wait 2 months and see on
but I feel like if you want to experience it, you could just
something?
I feel like if you want to experience it, you could just go there live with the regular ticket and see what you can see, and then rest of it you can find online. I feel like that's like the
exactly
best compromise,
So. I really think so too, because there is panels and stuff which are more accessible things, and maybe they show some of the trailers, and things are shown around the whole conference center, which is in some place in London, probably huge place, some freaking hall with multiple theaters around. But some of the trailers and panels get shown around the place, but there is exclusive panels that you have to get in, to see. Like exactly like Mando Plus this year, or there was some other panels also. Like Mando Season 3, Mando Plus panel was one. So which was only shown to the few thousand people who got in to the actual or who fit in the stand or arena type of thing they had it in. But I think that's all the news things.
All right.
So
the problem with these things today is that everything will get leaked, or not everything. There's again like few surprises, but like most things will get leaked before they get to release them or show them or confirm them. So it's kind of like I know that. I've heard about that. I kind of knew that already, and then it's not like it's not. I feel like it would be much more exciting if it would be like, oh, this and this and this and this. Like, think about if you would know any of them, and then bam, everything just comes at once. That would be insane. But we live in a world where social media is
yeah.
everywhere. So it's everybody can leak everything so easily. So it's hard to
Yeah.
It's hard to get that anymore. But yeah, it's not too bad still.
I mean, there's been a few surprises. Luke, which was how in the God's name was that even, not leaked?
Yeah.
I mean, we had Boba Fett coming in on Mando. We had that leaked completely. There was some guy who was wandering around some desert type of area. You know, the episode where Boba Fett is standing on the rock and Mando brings Grogu to the stone to meditate in top of some hill thing. Gonna have the fight there. That whole thing was, leaked by some fan who was just walking around. Here's just some stormtroopers and film crew. And some guy dressed as Boba Fett. Some fans thought it was really fastly taken down, but there was speculation again.
Enough.
Yeah, but there was also, everything is leaked. Like the Vader thing from this week's episode was also leaked, but everybody thought that was actually fan film, because in the leaked photos there's just some guy with a tripod and small like DSLR freaking camera, on the tripod. So the leakers and the quality was freaking horrendous. The leaked picture, but everybody thought that was it's just a fan film because the camera is like $500. But of course, it was probably just photography for the behind the scenes or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, like everything gets leaked, but like the one animation thing was a surprise, and then the skeleton thing was kinda lame, but was a surprise also, something that I didn't or haven't heard of. But yeah, a lot of animation, which I guess is kind of cool. But I'm more of a live action fan personally still. So yeah, I can't wait for Ahsoka. And then Mando. I'm not too much yet into Andor, but we will see. I'm gonna watch it anyways.
Andor is gonna be I think Andor is gonna be the biggest surpriser of the year easily. Like people were like overexcited for Boba Fett, which was, I think, kind of flop basically. But then even Kenobi can still flop. It's not looking really good. I mean, there's a lot of good in that, but still a lot of fan film look and just it's I mean, they can still fuck it up hard. Like Boba Fett was looking good for the first 3-4 episodes, then it became Mando season 3, and then just season finale was what the fuck.
Yeah, but I can agree. Andor can be like the sleeper. It can be like something we don't really expect too much on or care too much, but then it's gonna end up being like
huge.
Ends up being amazing. And they definitely personally, Disney and Lucasfilm definitely personally thinks it's gonna be huge and it's gonna be successful. So I hope they don't think that just because it's Andor. Because I don't know. But like it definitely has the potential. So I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not super excited for it. At least not yet. So yeah.
But
the trailer also didn't really give too much on Andor, so I don't know.
Yeah, but well, it gave much. But okay, let's just recap. What was your favorite from all of these? Like, which is the most exciting going forwards?
Obviously, Ahsoka is something that I wait for, but I don't want to pick that. So I'm gonna pick the I already forgot the name, but the animation about like the Jedis.
They love the That seems cool.
That's probably something that I'm waiting for. That's something. Yeah, that sounds super interesting. So I haven't heard about that yet. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. That's probably the most interesting thing right now.
Yeah, I'm. The reason why I love Star Wars animation is because you are not having the fan film look. You are not having it always looks pretty decently great, which now has been the issue with the last series. Kenobi's having some issues, sometimes some episodes now and some moments, and Book of Boba Fett. Well, it was fully on desert, but of course it was jumping between directors and stuff. I think they should really get rid of that. Jumping between directors like in Mandalorian. It really doesn't. Yeah. So the style would keep as one.
Yeah, they should get like the directors that they trust the most, and then give them their own, not fully own like shows, but kind of like have one or two max directors.
Yeah,
preferably one for. I don't really understand the point of like changing them. It doesn't really make any sense. I know a lot of TV shows does that, but personally, I don't really like. You can always see even the director changes. So.
Well, yeah, Disney's just doing long movies, basically, actually, not TV series. I mean, Kenobi is done only directed by Deborah Chow. She did a few episodes in Mandalorian and like in Book of Boba Fett. And the thing about Kenobi is Dave and John don't have direct connection to the series at all. It's written by a dude who wrote Transformers. And who has no background.
First one?
Yeah, the first.
Okay. And at least it's the only one that I have seen. So.
Yeah, and people who have no background in Lucasfilm and in Star Wars, but except Deborah Chow. Well, on the at least somebody who knows something is on the leading chair. But it's like Dave had. There's a credit in Kenobi. There's a small credit before. There's the larger font credits first, and then it jumps to the smaller credits for the production crews. There is a small title before that. It says "Special thanks to Dave Filoni."
Okay.
But in every episode, from the beginning, but on Kenobi, but I don't know. It's going too far. There's just things. That's why I'm not really excited about. Well, I'm not that excited about Andor, and I'm all the time bringing my hopes down on Ahsoka, because it might just look like something completely out of the box, but in the wrong way.
Yeah, well, at least it looks like they fixed Ahsoka, so like the looks of Ahsoka, and personally, I have no problems with Rosario Dawson's acting. I think he was. She hasn't had too much role, and screen time, but I think she's being pretty good as Ahsoka, acting wise. So, unlike personality wise, but. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little bit with everything. The funny difference between Star Wars and Marvel is like everything that Star Wars does is like it gets me super excited, but at the same time I'm kind of like I can't really trust that they're gonna do that really do any of it really that well. On the other hand, with Marvel at the moment, I'm blur again. Okay, but at the moment. Marvel is like putting out a lot of stuff that I don't personally really, or I'm not really that interested in, other than Moon Knight I was interested in, and then pretty much the Spider-Man animated series I'm still waiting on that, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't care too much, but I still trust that everything that they do will be great, or
and
will be at least,
the trust has been claimed. Like, I haven't seen Moon Knight, and I just, like, month ago, I saw freaking, what is it? What the hell, the bow guy? What the hell is it called?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, the Hawkeye series.
Yeah.
I was like, it's like a Hawkeye Christmas theme with some kid, and which turned out to be...
it wasn't really that interesting, but it was great. I think it was good.
The series was great, and I haven't seen Moon Knight because... I was like, when Moon Knight dropped, I was like, hell yeah, like, Oscar Isaacs gets redemption, and he got redemption in Dune, also playing a better character than in Star Wars. I'm like, hell yeah, but then I saw everybody saying Moon Knight it's freaking great, just watch it. I'm like, why? I know it's good, but
Yeah, I always get that. I always get like if something is like super, everybody's into it and everybody's watching. I'm like, yeah, I don't really care. You know, not my thing. I'm different. You know.
It's not like angst teen type of thing or something, but it's
no. But it's like sometimes it's just kind of like I'm too late for this train, so I'm not gonna even like try to jump on it. And I was like, it's too mainstream now. It's too big, so I don't really know. I'm too late for it. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I've had the same thing for many things.
Yeah.
But yeah, Moon Knight is probably the best out of the shows. Just saying. But yeah, like just thinking about Marvel, like when was the last time they had like a bad movie or even like a bad show, I guess, but especially like a
Bad show or
like actually
movie.
bad show or movie, like actually like really like bad.
Thor: Dark World.
Bad thing. Yeah, probably. Like I'm also thinking like probably Thor. Recently watched. My sister is watching or I'm watching the Marvel movies in order. My sister is watching them for the first time, and we recently watched Avengers, the second Avengers.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah, Age of Ultron, and
most expensive movie of all time, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot how bad the pacing was in the movie. Like the start of the movie was interesting, and even like after like 40 minutes of the movie, I was like, why did I remember this not being that great? And then the second half of the movie or the third half of the movie, like between that time, there was so many long scenes that was just tiring. You just get tired because there's just talking for like 30 minutes. And I was like, this is way too long movie for, what it should be. I feel like it's, yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. I don't know if it's like bad, but like it wasn't that well made. I feel like they dropped the ball with that one. So yeah, but like after that, I don't remember there being anything like bad. Even like Captain Marvel. I don't care about the character at all, but the movie was kind of enjoyable still. It wasn't like a bad movie.
The movie was not like other Marvel movies and really wasn't delivering, but it was still decent movie compared to like Thor: Dark World, which is just complete fucking mess.
Yeah, I feel like Dark World is the last one, maybe even the only one that was like actually bad. But
or the original Hulk having basically nothing to do with the rest of the MCU.
Yeah.
But still being canon.
But the point is, Marvel, I can trust with everything that Marvel comes. They can come up with some random character that I feel like this is a mistake, even like She-Hulk. And I still trust that She-Hulk will do a good job more than I trust that Ahsoka will turn out great. I don't know why, but like that's kind of like Lucasfilm haven't or Disney or especially under Disney, Lucasfilm haven't done that well that I could really trust them a lot. I feel Mandalorian was great, but other than that,
I mean, Rebels series is under
Rebels. But other than those three, I don't know.
Yeah, again, Rebels was great, after they had to cancel Clone Wars. But then again, we had Resistance after Rebels, which was kinda Disney-led show, and Dave Filoni jumped basically ship out of that whole project after like a few episodes, if I'm not wrong. And that series is freaking horrendous. It's terrible.
Yeah, like they've had few good things. I personally liked Solo. I thought it was kind of good movie.
I mean, Solo is good.
Rogue One was good. Yeah. Rebels, Clone Wars, Mandalorian. So they have good things, but like about half of the content that Lucasfilm under Disney has made, like Star Wars content, has been more or less disappointments. Boba Fett I kind of liked, but at the same time was not as good as it should have been.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Like I just don't trust them as much as I trust Marvel with Kevin Feige, and I hope Jon Favreau or Dave Filoni or both will get the same type of role that they kind of look over everything pretty much, but they don't at the moment at least. But yeah,
I mean, there was things about Dave becoming the creative lead of the whole company, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything, after that being. So I don't know if that's actually true. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy is still sticking her fingers to everything except comics and New Republic and all the books basically. So it's weird. I mean, there's Disney insecurities basically because they made 7, 8, 9 and that was completely flop. But then we did Rebels was great. We did Solo. We did Rogue One. Freaking awesome. Okay. Original era. Okay. So Dave and John, okay, you do your Mandalorian thing in the original era because that was going well. Nobody hated it. And now they're probably just... I hope that this is not the case that they're just, okay, original era is great. If you do something that people will love it.
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case because the standard, maybe it's also maybe case with, Dave and John, which is, when Dave was still doing Clone Wars and Rebels, there was a bunch of people he had to, tell this, okay, I'm going this way with my story and I'm doing this and this and, it has to be okay with, there was this freaking Lucasfilm storyboard group or story group, what the hell was it called? And, people above him, who told, who he had to convince so he could go on with his stuff. Now, because he's on the higher role, is it actually bad that there's nobody, or what was the original issue? Why did we have so much shit? Why did 7, 8, 9 happen? Did they just give the freedom to the directors and just go ahead do something?
Yeah, like that. That's kind of the vibe that I got from just the directors choose their writers and then their own writing team and they just come up with something that's kind of the feeling that I got.
Style, yeah.
Yeah, and that's really disappointing, and that's definitely the wrong way to go about it. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I still have as much trust for Lucasfilm at the moment, but maybe that's enough of that rambling.
Yeah, because this whole 20 minutes that we have been talking about Lucasfilm and Marvel being bad is the actual reasoning for my point of what I expect the most from the next one. I would say Ahsoka, but because of these reasons what we just mentioned, like past 20 minutes, it's just I cannot trust my whole trust on the series. I really would. Probably 2 of my favorite characters in whole Star Wars are in the series, Thrawn and Ahsoka, but it's just not feeling right. So, do I have to go with the animation, with Bad Batch or Tales of the Jedi? Possibly. Do I have to go with Andor? I could go with Andor, actually.
Yeah.
So I think Andor is not talked about, nothing, no hypes up, nothing. So I think I trust now most on Andor. Yeah, so that's what I think I'm most excited going forwards from this news.
Yeah,
I'm glad we got the sideline close on this whole story. I would like you to listen this and draw a map where we went with the story and all the side branches. It's gonna be like huge thing to the side and back and forward and Marvel and then branching off into Marvel and but I think we are done. I think. Do you want to do the intro? Outro? Yeah. Do you want to do the outro?
I can do the outro. That was a very fun episode, and even though we know that these podcasts won't do as well as reaction videos, I still want to do this because it's just so fun. I'm a fan of movies, fan of Star Wars, fan of Marvel, fan of all this stuff. We are geeks, hence the name, and so it's just really fun to just talk about and dive into it and have like these long talks about this stuff that both of us enjoy. And hopefully you guys listening, especially if there's people still listening till the end, we really appreciate it and hope you did enjoy. And hope you enjoy talking about this stuff and wondering about this stuff as much as we do. If you do, consider hitting the like button, tell your thoughts in the comments, what you thought about all of this stuff, and about the celebration day. And what do you like? What are you most excited for? Also, is it Ahsoka? Is it whatever? And yeah, if you want to see more, there's a lot. We're gonna do more podcasts in the future. Again, at least I want to do more this stuff, alongside the reactions. And also there's a lot of movie reactions and stuff like that. So if that's not something you would enjoy, then consider hitting the like, consider subscribing, and yeah, hope we're gonna see you in the future videos, future podcast episodes. But until then, have a good one. Bye.